Hello, stationery friends. Welcome back to Ginger Peachy Pens. If you're new here, my name is Sarah, and look what's here. I have an Esterbrook box. I have not had a new Esterbrook Estie in a very long time, and so this is an exciting day. I had kind of put myself on a pen no-buy, and then when I saw this one pop up that it was being released, I was like, well, there went the no buy for one pen. I mean, it's not gone for good, but because this is a color I've been waiting for from Esterbrook. So, anyway, you probably know what this is. Here it comes. Here's their box. I love these boxes. I wish I had a use for them. Here, because I'll show you what I love, but I'll show you the pen first. So in the box, there is the little like guarantee card in there. Comes with a cartridge. And here is this pen. Here is this pen. This is the Esterbrook Estie in Punch. And I think there is some debate about whether this pen is pink or purple or a mixture of the two. I think it probably falls solidly in the middle. And actually, I think we will just do ourselves a little test here in just a minute. What I love about these boxes is just the feeling of them. This little stretch right here. Look, if you've had one of these before, there's just something about this box that, like, I wish I had a good use for it. Like, what can you use it for? I'm not going to keep my one pen in there, you know? And I just love that these are like fabric boxes. I think these are probably the one brand of boxes that I haven't thrown away or gotten rid of any of them. So anyway, so here is the Esterbrook Estie in Punch. If you haven't seen an Estie before, I'm gonna just show you quickly. This is what the nib looks like. This is the newer design on the nib with the little logo on it rather than the word Esterbrook. I got a fine nib. I debated on getting a specialty nib, but the price I was able to get this for was pretty good, and I just didn't want to add on that extra cost. Very smooth unscrewing of the barrel. You do have metal on metal threads, which is a good thing. It means that your metal threads aren't grinding against resin threads and causing problems. Comes with an Esterbrook branded standard international converter. The cap has a cushion. It's called a cushion cap. So it has an inner cap that's spring loaded. So when you close the pen, it doesn't just screw on immediately. You have to push in and screw it on. And that seals up the nib a little bit extra to try to keep it from drying out. It's not perfect, but it does work pretty well. Rounded ends. Most of you have seen this before, so I'm not spending a lot of time on this, but these all came with gold trim. I don't think that you were able to get it with silver trim. And this is a limited edition, but I think it's like a seasonal release, so I don't think I had to jump on it as quickly as I did. But I sort of panicked because, you know, when the Blue Moon Estie came out, they were snapped up so quickly, and I was not going to let this happen with this one. And then it was sort of after I made the purchase that I went, oh, it's a seasonal release, so they should be around for a little while. But I was able to get the nib size I wanted and get a good price and all those sorts of things. So I don't regret it. It would have been added to my collection within the next couple of months regardless. So now I'm kind of on a pen no buy, and I do have a pre-order of the Pelikan Rose Quartz. And otherwise, if you see other new pens from me, more than likely it's an older video that I've saved to show you from earlier in the year. So, okay, so let's do a couple of comparisons with some pink and purple pens and kind of see where this falls. Okay, so let's see if I can bring this down. I wish the lighting was a little better here. I'm going to work on my lighting a little bit, guys. Okay, so here is this one. I say that so often. This is immediately what this pen reminded me of. This is a Franklin Christoph Model 66 desk pens in Pearl Pull. This color is called Pearl Pull. And I think this is pretty spot on. I mean, this one is a little bit lighter, but generally, I mean, it's pretty stinking close. It's closer in color in person, I think, than it's showing on camera. I don't believe that they are the same material. You know, sometimes you're like, oh, this is made out of the exact same material. But they are pretty stinking close. So we're going to put these in the middle. Let's see if you'll be able to see this comparison. It helps to get that out of frame. And I have two sailors here. This is a Nagasawa Pro Gear Slim, and this one came from Jet Pens a while back. And this is a 1911 standard, and it's very purple. So here is a comparison in between those. I think this pen is falling solidly between pink and purple. And to me, to my eyes, it leans more purple. But I have a friend telling me that to her it looks more pink. So I don't know. Here are the Platinum 3776 Nice Lilas and Lavande. Let's see. In this case, it leans more towards, in person, it is definitely more similar to this one, which is not a perfectly pinky pink. It is a little bit of a, you know, it's got a little purple in the pink, but there we go. There is that comparison. And then I have Twisby Ecos. This was the one just called pink, and this is lilac, I think it's called. And in this case, it is very, very close, much closer to the lilac than it is to the pink. So, you know, I think this color is just falling solidly in the middle. Let's see, if I order them from pinkest to purplest, this is probably it. And I hope that this is translating on camera, because in my viewfinder, it's not really, but if we throw this in here, I don't really know where this would go because it's darker. But here is your comparison. I hope this is helpful for somebody. Yeah, and I did grab a Franklin Christoph Salmon Glow. So this is a more corally pink, which definitely makes this look purple. So very interesting color here. I was kind of hoping it leaned a little bit more pink to my eyes, because I am waiting with bated breath for a pink Estie, and I mean like a pink Estie. I know there was the coral one, but it was too red. I didn't even look at getting it because it was a little more red than I wanted. Okay, so I think I know what I want to ink this up with. I think I want to ink this up with a magenta ink, because I think that this really is a magenta pen. So I'm going to look at, here's Noodler's Cactus Fruit Eel. It's a little more pink than this pen is. I want to look at Monteverde Gratitude. And I think this is a pretty spot on ink match. And I would say this is a solid magenta. It is between pink and purple, because here's Lamy Pink. And we would say this, yes, this is a pretty standard pinky pink. You know, red up here, but this is definitely pink. And this next to it looks purple. So Monteverde Gratitude, I think, is what I want to go with. We can also look at Rohr and Klingner, PQR. Promise I can spell, guys. Robert Oster. Let's see, Alt Bordeaux is a little bit darker, grayer maybe. I have a few colors in this family. Let's look at Yamabudo. I think I put them under Iroshizuku, yes, rather than Pilot. I put them under I feel so silly trying to do this because like I can spell, but it appears that I don't know what spelling is. So Yamabudo is a pretty good match. A little pinker actually than the punch. So we're gonna go with the Monteverde Gratitude. This quickly has become one of my favorite inks. I'm gonna see if I can prop it right here. Ta-da! And I have a whole bottle of it. Well, I have about 3/4 of a bottle of it because I've used it a good bit. And on like in listings, it's called Gratitude Magenta. So here we go. I find this ink to be pretty well saturated. It's a pretty wet ink. I haven't had any flow issues with this ink. It is just a favorite. And like the first time I used it, I knew that it was going to be a favorite. I'm not filling the pen all the way to the tippy top, because just in case, for whatever reason, I don't use it all. I don't want to waste it. And then if I love it and I'm like, this is the perfect match and I'll use this forever, then I'll fill it up to the tippy top. So it's not that I never fill pens to the top. I just need to be really sure about it. Okay. Move this out of the way. Pull out my trusty Hipponoto. Find us a blank page. Oh, Solferino. This is the color I was looking for that I in the Roar and Cleaner. And that's a pretty good match too. I know this is, you're not seeing it well on camera, but it is a pretty close match. It's a little bit brighter and maybe a little bit pinker. Okay, let's go right here. This is Esterbrook. Oh, it's a little bit scratchy, which I find to be the case with Esterbrook Estie fines for some reason. Every fine that I have bought has been a little bit scratchy to begin with. Estie? I don't know if it's something that happens when they're laser engraving it or what. Let's see if I can bring it in a little bit more. Punch. This is a fine nib. I know you're not seeing the color really, really well. And this is Monteverde Gratitude Magenta. It's got a good nib. It writes consistently, no flow issues. This ink is a really good one, and I think I can probably just smooth this nib just at the tiniest bit. It's just got a little tooth, especially going that direction. So I think I can take care of that on my own, no problem. And yeah, so I'm really glad to share this with you. I would like to know, are you getting this edition? What do you think of it? Do you think it's pink or purple? Is this one of those what color is the dress situations? I think it's solidly in the middle. I think it's a magenta, and you really can't call it pink or purple. But that's me. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're getting this one. Do you love the Esterbrook Estie like so many people do? The only other one that I would like to have, I think, is the Botanical Garden, but I'm not like obsessed with wanting it. So I just have not pulled the trigger. I probably will wait on it since it's going to be one of their standard editions. It may be one that I wait until I, at some point probably I will really fall in love with that color scheme. And if I don't, then that's great too. So no big deal. But yeah, I'm excited to have this bright, happy color going into fall, which is kind of interesting. But I do really like it. Some people I saw were saying that they were hoping for like an olive green or something for fall. But I'm excited to have this color any time of year. I think we need an orange Estie at some point. Wouldn't that be great? So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for future ink and pen videos. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.